All right, welcome back, everybody. Cool. So this video is for third through fifth. Third through fifth, you've been doing a great job with all the activities and Spark curriculum that we're doing. The Spark curriculum, if you remember, we have this book, this big binder of all these different games and activities. Oops, I got a couple loose pages here of all these different games and activities, and this is what we work through. Now, this is the K2 version. So this is kindergarten through second grade. So you don't actually work through this book. I didn't bring my third through fifth today. It's at home because I don't see you until tomorrow. But I have my K2 book today. But yours is the exact same. It's just for third through fifth grade. So all the activities are advanced and there's some different things to do. And then I have one for sixth through seventh grade. Oh, no. I'm sorry. A sixth through eighth grade. And then the high school does something completely different. So just as a reminder, when you come in, physical education class or PE class is different than recess. It's different than a lot of the other classes that you do in the sense that we get to move around the gym together and we get a lot of our own choice activities. But each day when we come in, we'll work through one of the lessons here. If we can make it through the lesson, any time that's left, we've made it through our lesson for the day. So you can have a choice activity and enjoy the gym space. We'll play some music. If you have a favorite song you want to listen to, that's great. If you want to do your own thing, cool. If you want to work with partners or in groups, all that's good. As long as you're being in control, being safe, following the rules, you can play the whole day with us. If you're struggling following the rules or being kind of rude to somebody or being a little extra wild, I might ask you to come just take a seat or relax next to me. I got some chairs here and on the other side. And we'll just chill out for a minute, see if we can kind of reset. Maybe you and I will have a personal conversation, see if we can fix an issue if we have one, and then you can head on out and play. So the big thing to remember is when we come in, we got to make sure that we're focused on the warm-up, and then we'll get through the lesson. My promise to you is that everything's going to be organized so that I don't waste your time. And in turn, your kind of, I guess, promise to me or your agreement to me is that you'll do a great job following directions and work safely with the folks around you. So boom, we'll bust out the lesson and then we'll get you to a choice activity time. We won't always have time for choice activity because sometimes the lessons are longer and sometimes they're shorter. So if they're shorter, we get a big chunk of choice activity time. If they're longer, we might keep working that lesson and save our choice activity time for the next time so we get a bigger chunk of choice activity time. Because if we only have like 5 minutes left and we clean everything up and then give you choice activity time, you might get like 2 minutes of choice activity time, which is no good. So why don't we continue the lesson, get the extra work in, and then next time you come in, we'll have a much bigger chunk, like 10 or 12 minutes of a choice activity time. So that's kind of the way we work it. If you have questions about that, let me know. So we have, without further ado, let's get into the lesson preview. If you remember, before we got on break, we started working with our feet. We've been doing a lot of work with, let's go ahead and start the video here. Just a quick little preview. If you've been kind of paying attention to what we've been doing, like I said, we're working through the binder every day that we get here. I'll flip to the next one, which is a foot skills unit. So we have done a lot of work with our hands. We've done catching and throwing. We've done self-toss. We've tossed to partners. We've tossed off the wall. We've bounced. We've dribbled, all using our hands. We even used our bumps, our sets, and then our big Dumbo ear smack against the wall with our volley skills. So now we're going to take that item and we're going to put it on the floor and we're going to use our feet a little bit, get our feet and brain connection going a little bit. You already did this first lesson where we just kind of warmed up and kind of bopped it around to ourselves here. So we're going to move on from that. We might do a slight review on that just to make sure everybody's on the same page with the basics. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work it with a partner. I'm going to play off the wall here because I don't have a partner in the gym with me this morning. But what you'll actually be doing is working with a partner at a cone spot. Like I said, it'll all be organized for you. So pretend I have a wall buddy here that's kicking it back to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it with the inside flat part of my foot. I'm not going to poke it with my toe. If I poke it with my toe, it's going to go all over the place. I want to keep it controlled. This is just the same as we're throwing and tossing. So the expectation is that we should be able to keep it right in line. If we have good control, then we'll move on. We've checked it off that we have control, so that lesson's done and we can move on. If we don't have good control and we're kicking the balls all over the place and like I'm watching and I'm glancing and there is just no control going on, the ball's over here, over here, over here, over here, then I'll pause. I'll give a couple tips and pointers so that we can keep it controlled back and forth with a partner, and then we'll move on, right? So please notice here what I'm gonna do anytime I get the balls, I'm gonna trap it with my toe right here. So I control it. We talk about that control. We're always in control. I control it, and then I'm going to move it to where I like it with my foot, and that's when I'm going to bop it over to my partner. Trap it. So I trap it with my toe. I kind of line it up so I feel comfortable. All right, feel good there. And then I'm going to go ahead and bop it to my partner. My partner's going to control it and bring it right back to me. So this is a trap and pass. So I'm trapping it with my toe, lining it up, and passing it with my partner. Trap and pass it to my partner. All right, so we will be working back and forth with a partner the next time that we're in, and then we will work up and down the floor on the move. If you remember what we did, if you remember what we did when we were passing, using our hands to pass it back and forth, up and down the floor, we'll do the same thing, but using our feet. We already showed tremendous control with our passing back and forth. We got that down really well. So now the next challenge or the next thing to work on is we're going to take that ball that we were using in the air, we're going to drop it to the floor, and we're going to use our feet with it. All right, so that's what's going to be coming up. If we make it through the lesson and have good control, bam, we'll check that thing off. We'll put that to the back of the book, and then we'll move on to the next one or some choice activity time, and we'll balance it out like that. As always, ask questions if you need. Otherwise, I'll have everything organized for you. We'll work on some new skills, and we'll have some fun together. All right, I'll see you there.